Right, welcome once again to Ashdon Wharf. What I'm showing you is the potential layout plan, track plan. The ends of this dumbbell type layout, this end here and at the other end, it's a 30-inch across. The narrow point here, it is 17 inches from front to back, and we've got a shelf here for the controller, any point motor levers, etc. So the layout's going to run across there. Now if I just go back again there, up to about here will not, that is the fiddle yard at that end, and the scenics will probably end somewhere around here. And all this front piece here, where the Ashdon sign is, all of this, all the way along, all the way to the other start of the dumbbell here, all this area is going to be Ashdon Wharf front. And what I plan to do, I'm trying to do this one, keep it in your shot for you, is, where's my ruler? It fits up a shelf along the front, something like that. Hopefully you can see it there. I think you can. Somewhere about there. A removable shelf. This will probably be about 4 or 5 inches out, and this is going to represent the North Sea, the side of the dock. The wharf wall, the quayside wall, dockside wall, whatever you call it, will run along here at various intervals. There'll be steps down to the fishing vessels that are here. It will then go over the top of this little lip. There'll be a bit of a platform area on the top for the guys to work on and walk on and put fish boxes, etc. And the whole thing won't be removable, so the whole front will be Ashdon Wharf, which of course is what the layout is called. These 3 tracks here are the tracks for working the dock. They're going to be laid like they were in the days gone, where they were buried in the cobblestones. And I'm going to use the cobblestones for those 3 lines. Let me take you in a bit closer now. So there'll be cobblestones for these 3 lines. So that'll allow footfall and wheeled vehicles to come right up to the edge of the wharf side. In the centre, these are buildings that Graham brought me and donated. I've got a single box, I've got some diesel or oil tanks there. We've got a loco water tank and filler here. They might not be staying exactly there, but it shows you what I like it because it breaks up the whole scene. Then here we've got a crane and we've got a loader. That could be for coal, it could be for grain, anything like that. You can see where the sidings link in, and then it'll run off into the fiddle yard. Now on the very back there are 2 more lines. How can I best show you these? There they are. Well, just move this way a bit. There's 2 lines here. Now initially there will be I wasn't going to have them, and then it dawned on me that, well, Ashdon town station is just about 200-300 yards that way, and it makes sense because this line it runs from Hull, the city of Hull, to what is really the town of Withensea on the East Yorkshire coast, but I've renamed it Ashdon, and Ashdon Wharf is about 300 yards south of Ashdon town. So these 2 tracks will be the up and down line for passenger traffic and mixed goods going into Ashdon town. So there'll be a regular service between Hull and Ashdon town, as well as mixed goods, as well, and also of course fish trains in and out, empty ones coming in and full ones going out. Then you see the start of the town. This is the road. It's going to need to have a little wall in front of it because I haven't got the space to put vehicles and make it into a proper street. But if I disguise it with a wall, that should be fine. And then that runs right along, and we add more buildings as we get nearer and nearer into Ashdon, etc. And then it goes off the scenic part. Again, most of these buildings, not the factory ones, but the rest of them, were all given to me by Graham, so they haven't cost me anything. He also brought all this track, and although it's not new, it's virtually new because it was actually sat as a holding yard under his old layout, Lakeside, Mark 1. So wagons and locos stood on it, but it wasn't actually used. So a lot of this, get the old Dremel out, cut it to size, and I can use this because it's new in all but name. Now he also brought me some vehicles. There's a selection there. There's a Coles crane. I'm probably a bit late for my period, 1960. And of course the good old Scarab in British Rail colours. There's also a very poor condition breakdown coach in the back. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that. I don't think that'll be on the layout, but I'll keep it because I think it looks great. So that is the idea. So, and I've got an order coming in. I'm waiting for it to arrive from Any Scale Models, and I'll review the products when they arrive. And I've ordered a number of MFVs, which are motor fishing vessels of various sizes, and all the periphery for the dockside. Fish boxes, crates, life belts, tyres to put on the boats. The resin, and I'll have to paint them, which is fine. I'm a miniature modeller painter anyway, so painting stuff's no problem to me. In fact, I'm looking forward to it because I love sitting and painting. So that will be the next review. You saw what I'd spent on the last video. If you saw update number, was it 6 before? Yeah, I think it was 6 last one. The next trip to the model shop is going to have to be for some points and some rail joiners, because as you can see where these yellow strips are, at that end I need 4 left hand points, and at this end I need 4 right hand points. Well, I've got one of each already, but I'm going to need more than that because obviously the fiddle yards have got to be built. But initially, if I get 4 of each, I can start building this. Certainly start laying the track down, not permanently, but putting it down to test run. Put locos on it, rolling stock. Will this work? Will that work? Is this point in the right place? Does it need to be moved? Can I do something else? That type of thing. And at the same time, once I've got that in place, of course, then the wharf side will be fixed. I ain't worked out completely how to do it yet, but I've got a good idea how I'm going to do it. Well, it's going to go up, come up and go over. And as I say, I want it to be removable. I don't want all that resin hanging off the edge of here. When it's not in use, I can lift it up and place it here on the tracks. Keep it safe. I don't want it dropping. And it's easy to be banged and bashed. So that's the plan for Ashdon Wharf. As I say, it's not set in stone. A lot of testing and thinking and hoo-haring to go. But hopefully it'll give you a good idea, and I think having this long wharf, and it is about, well, let me measure it while you're here. Come right out, far back a little more. I'm going to get that far back, but I'll tell you how far it measures the wharf. And we're going up to the start of the shelf here, so it's going to be from there where the cut-off point is to there is 61 inches, just over 5 foot, 5 foot and an inch, 5 foot and a couple of inches. So that's a decent sized area for the wharf frontage. and I'm looking forward to that, and hopefully you'll follow me on the journey. Not many subscribers at the moment. I'm not really publicising it on Facebook or anything like that. If people find it, they find it. If they don't, well, that's fine, they don't. It's really a video diary for myself of the build. I can look back at it, see what I did somewhere or what I didn't do somewhere, and see where I made mistakes or where I potentially could have made mistakes. So it's a video diary for my benefit, but if anybody else enjoys watching it, well, that's brilliant as well, because that's what it's all about. Sharing the hobby, passing on ideas and our enthusiasm. I mean, that's what it's all about, isn't it? So that's state of play now. So as I said, the next trip is going to be 8 points, some rail joiners, and that'll be about it, because that'll come to, because them points are about 12 quid a piece, so we're talking 900 quid just for that. So that'll be the next spend. Unfortunately, there'll be no more locos or rolling stock just yet, but that's not to worry. We've got plenty of things to do before then. We need to get this track down, and not permanently down, but see if the track plan is actually feasible and it works. And once I know it is, then we can start thinking about some permanency. Okay, everybody, as I say, thanks for watching, and hopefully people in the future will find this video and watch it, and we'll see. We shall see. But until then, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you on the next one. Bye for now.